Hello everyone and welcome back. I know we've been in lockdown for a while, but wow. Hang on, I'll be right back. Can't be having this. All right, how's that? A little bit better? Man, doesn't take long for that to grow in, so. All right, well, back to where we were. Welcome back to another episode of the Golf Underground. Thank you for those who are joining me and those who have watched the previous few episodes. I know we're all kind of getting a little on edge right now, but we're going to get through this and we'll be better on the other side for it. So, what we want to do today is actually kind of go through a little bit of an experiment. I have been sitting on this for the last couple of weeks as to whether or not it's something worth doing, and today I figure why not. It may result in inconclusive, or it may come out as something pretty specific and pretty interesting. So with that being said, let's find out what it is. So what we are going to talk about today is whether or not the size of the grip, being skinny, a little bit mid-size, has any relationship to this, how we place our hands on the putter. Whether or not a reverse overlap gets the ball rolling a little bit better with a skinnier grip or a mid-size grip, or if for me, I just like to have a little bit of a standard overlap grip. My putting stroke does tend to be a little bit more left-hand dominant. That's kind of a rarity. A lot of people you'll see use the right hand a little bit more to let that putter swing, let that toe open and close as the putter, swings back and through. But that's not me. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use my little two-sided colored golf balls, and we're just going to kind of go through, hit some putts with each putter, with the skinny grip, with the thicker grip. These two putters are basically the same exact heads. They both have the plumber's neck, both the Newport style head. One's a Newport, one's a Newport 2. But for the test, that's the closest I can get to head shape wise, other than the grip. The lengths are the same, the lies and lofts are the same. It's just a different grip that's on the end of it. And then lastly, I'm just going to compare it to the putter I have been using for about the last 8 years. I have become very comfortable with this one. It does have a mid-size 2.0 mid-slim grip on it, so I'm going to be much more comfortable with that. But again, this is just an experiment to test it out, and we're going to see if when I hit these putts with certain grips, as well as how my hands are placed on it, if we see any difference in how this ball rolls. Now, this is going to be a very, very basic test. I don't have any of the putting launch monitors like a Quintec or a Sam Putt Lab, but this is the next best thing. It's for me, this is for my stroke. We're going to see what it has as an influence, if any, to help me starting the ball on its line, getting the ball rolling as quick as possible. So let's get to it. Okay, so how I'm going to do this test is I'm going to hit about 18 putts with these 3 putters, not all consecutive. So I'm going to hit 3 with my new putter with the skinnier grip, 3 with the slightly thicker grip with also the plumber's neck, and then 3 with my current putter, which has a little bit of a slant neck. I'm going to hit all 3 with the same grip. We're going to start with just the standard overlap where my pinky is resting over my pointer and middle finger of my left hand. Once I hit that set of 3 putts with each putter, I'm then going to transfer over to a reverse overlap where my pointer finger rests over the knuckles of my right hand. Now, if anything comes out of this, we'll see a significantly different roll on the golf ball as we make certain strokes. Again, it may come out where it's inconclusive, where there isn't enough data. Now that could change if I did use a specific putting launch monitor, but I don't have access to that, so I'm going to work with the best next thing. I do have a 2x4 set up over my hole, so that way I'm not focused on making the putt. I'm just focused on trying to see which putter with which grip is going to help me get the best roll on the putts at each and every time. So let's get started. Okay, so first putter up, we have the plumber's neck with the skinny grip and the standard overlap. Let's see what we got. All right, that's 3 putts hit. On to the next. All right, so I'm just going to speed this up so we're not taking up too much time. I'm just going to put a little description below as to what putter it is with what grip and how my hands are resting it. So let's just zip through these and we'll do a little wrap up at the end. So let's wrap up what we just saw. It might be a little bit tougher to see on video because, again, it's video and you're not here. But one thing that was very, very apparent to me was the grip, or any grip, didn't matter what size. Anytime I used a reverse overlap with my pointer finger going down the top of my right hand, it didn't give me a great roll. I'm contributing that to the fact that I like to feel my left hand lead the club coming through. Again, that's contradictory to a lot of people out there that the right hand should do a lot of the work. But for me, through my experience, I find that when I let my left hand do a lot of the leading, letting it just kind of let the club rock through, I'm able to get that ball rolling much better right away. And that really didn't matter if it was a skinny grip, a larger grip. It just felt that my right hand wanted to do a little bit too much and thus got the ball kind of wiggling a little bit more than I'd like to see. When it came to whether a skinny grip, a mid-slim, a 2.0 grip was better or size-wise with the standard overlap, I'm going to have to probably do a little bit more testing with that, mainly because when I started using my putter, oop, that's not that one, that's the new one. Actually, that's the new old one. But when I was using my old putter, obviously you can tell because the grip's quite old, I've used this grip with it before, so it feels very natural and very comfortable to me. So I'm able to see a little bit better roll with that. I think one of the bigger tests is when I can get outside on a real green and hit some longer putts. When I'm only inside hitting maybe a 10-foot putt or so, it's tougher to see whether or not that ball is holding its line, whether it's falling short, going long in regards to distance control. So I'm going to have to reserve judgment until I can do that and get outside. What I can tell is that I definitely enjoy... excuse me one second. All right, sorry about that. Trying to pick up right where we left off. So one thing I definitely know is I enjoy the feel of the slightly larger grip more than the skinnier or pencil grip. That's just, I think, from personal preference over the years. I've gone through almost every size, every style grip there is out there. I've used the 5.0, the jumbo size, the 3.0, 2.0, skinny one, and there's a reason why I've been using this size grip for so long. Now, there may be a few of you out there saying that if I like to feel that my left hand leads, I should be using a much more face balanced putter like a mallet. I've tried that. I don't mind the shape. I don't mind the way that it gets the ball rolling. I'm just not a big fan of how the ball comes off the face. I tend to find that when I use a mallet, more face balanced putter, I tend to lose feel of distance a little bit more, because mallets tend to have a little bit higher MOI, or moment of inertia. Putts off center aren't going to feel as good, or I should say in this case, as bad. I'm not getting as much feedback from them as I would on a more, slant neck or toe hang putter. So I like to get that feedback on impact, whether it's off the center of the face, toe, heel, because that gives me a good idea of what I should be practicing or what tendencies I find when I am out on the course. So that is why I myself don't use a mallet putter. Now, mallet putters are getting better. They are getting a little bit more updated in regards to slant necks on them, and they are creating a little bit better toe flow versus just the standard face balance. So I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of you out there that can contradict or have questions or just say I did something totally wrong. Let me have it. I'm open to it. I like to learn. I like to try and figure out what I did wrong, and I learn from my mistakes. So if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Hope everyone is staying safe out there. We did just have some snow up here in Buffalo, so it has gone away, but it's good to know that we probably won't be playing golf anyway. But again, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time.